With it having just been Easter, I've been thinking about eggs. Not a sentence you say every day. And I've done videos in the past about 02 Digimon who have Armor Digivolutions we never saw in the show. But on today's video, I'm going to be talking about Digimon who weren't part of the main cast of 02 who still got Armor Digivolutions. What's up everybody, thank you for liking and subscribing, I do appreciate it. And yeah, today I'm going to be talking about some Digimon who aren't part of the 02 main cast who have Armor Digivolutions. Some of these do show up in 02 in supporting roles, but not in the context of typical Armor Digivolution, and so let's just get started. Almost all of these evolutions are triggered because of the card game, not the most recent card game, but one of the previous card games. So while their canonicity is a little bit dubious, I'd say it's part of official Digimon media, and therefore it can be counted. So first of all, we have a really odd one, and that is Chumon. Using the Digi-Egg of Courage, Chumon can become Salamandermon, and using the Digi-Egg of Light, Chumon can become Sihomon. Now again, these are from cards, but what is interesting here is in the card game, it wasn't the case that just any Digimon could use a Digimental or a Digi-Egg. So it's not like I've taken a list of every Digimon ever and said, oh well, they can technically become an Armor Evolution. No, the card game was very specific about these Digimon, and Chumon is one of them, becoming both Salamandermon and Sihomon. I'm really not a fan of Sihomon as a Digivolution of Light. I don't know what happened with the Digi-Egg of Light, but they seem to just throw it in with a lot of aqua creatures. You've got Mambomon and Sihomon coming from the Digi-Egg of Light, which seems a little weird. But it's just so weird to me that of all these rookie Digimon, the one that gets to Armor Digivolve that isn't like a partner Digimon is Chumon. Next up is Gabumon. And this one is really interesting to me. There are only a few adventure Digimon in this card game that can Armor Digivolve. We have talked before about the 02 audio drama where a bunch of the adventure Digimon Armor Digivolve, but they're basically spoof forms. They're not really their Armor Digivolutions. But Gabumon and
here comes a new challenger!
Tantamount can both Armor Digivolve. The Digi-Egg of Friendship turning Gabumon into Kenkimon. This is really odd to me. I don't know the thought process behind this one. Black Gabumon, Gabumon, and Gabumon X all turn into Kenkimon with the Digi-Egg of Friendship. And that seems really strange to me. The design itself of Kenkimon to me would fit knowledge over friendship. And then why would Gabumon with his own crest become a big bulldozer? Kenkimon is a wonderful design, but I just don't get it. And with the Digi-Egg of Light, he can also become Moosemon, which makes a little bit more sense. I can kind of see Pegasus plus Gabumon, Wolf Lizard, kind of making a moose. I can see it in my broken brain. But then moving on to Tantamount, I think things get really interesting. Much like Chumon with the Digi-Egg of Courage, it can become Salamandermon, but also it can become Flame Wizardmon. This I think is very interesting. The knowledge of Tantamount and Izzy combining with the fire of courage to make Flame Wizardmon, I think thematically works incredibly well. Knowledge plus arcane fire equaling a flame wizard, right? Makes tons of sense. I wish that level of thought had gone into Gabumon, but we live and learn. The Tamers Digimon are next. That's right, Ranamon, Guilmon, Monodramon, and Impmon can all Armor Digivolve. Of course, we already know that Terriermon can Armor Digivolve because of the 02 movie. Guilmon makes a ton of sense. Using the Digi-Egg of Courage, it becomes Flamedramon. I can see that. I think what would have been cool is if they'd have done a variant of Flamedramon, which was just red skinned as well as the flame armor to kind of contrast the blue Vmon body. But interestingly, unlike Vmon who becomes Depthmon with the Digi-Egg of Reliability, Guilmon can become Tylomon, which I think ties into Guilmon a little bit. He's a dragon slash dinosaur, and Tylomon is based on the Tylosaurus, which is kind of an ancient shark, kind of. Renamon with the Digi-Egg of Friendship becomes Raidramon, which again I can totally see the kind of more fox-like animalistic Digimon tying back to Gabumon and Garurumon as well as Raidramon and Vmon. Love that. And then something really interesting is that Monodramon can Armor Digivolve with the Digi-Egg of Sincerity into Kabukimon, which previously was Gatomon's Sincerity Armor Digivolution, and I think this works for Monodramon. And then the Digi-Egg of Reliability turns it into Depthmon, which I think works even better. That really does look like a Monodramon Digivolution, but infused with some kind of aquatic elements. And then there's Impmon, who actually has 3 Armor Digivolutions. Thunderbirdmon with the Digi-Egg of Friendship, Noheimon Ranamon with the Digi-Egg of Sincerity, and Quetzalmon with the Digi-Egg of Light. I like these a lot. I never really thought before how much Thunderbirdmon kinda does look like a bird version of Impmon and Beelzemon. There's some definite Beelzemon elements I can see in its design, even if that's accidental. Noheimon also makes sense. Impmon can digivolve into Wizardmon, so I can kinda see that puppet body vibe going on with Noheimon there, combined with the grass of Sincerity. And then Quetzalmon, Angel meets Trickster. I don't know if that makes sense. I can't really see anything in Aztec mythology that would lend Impmon being tied in with the Digi-Egg of Light resulting in Quetzalcoatl, but I don't know. I'm also pronouncing that wrong. I know I pronounced that wrong, I forget it every time, I'm sorry. But it's a fine design, I don't think it necessarily hurts. So yeah, I think it's cool that Impmon has 3 Armor Digivolutions. But Tamers isn't the only season to get representation with Armor Digivolution, because Agunimon from Frontier and Chakumon/Kumamon from Frontier both have Armor Digivolutions in the card game. Kumamon becomes Togemogumon, which is a criminally underused friendship Digivolution, I think. The quills being its armor and the friendship crest being right there on its leg makes it great. I really wish we'd have seen more of this Digimon. I didn't put it on my list of top 10 because it didn't quite get there, but Wormmon does become Togemogumon, and that kind of didn't feel great for me because Wormmon becoming a hedgehog is a little scuffed, but I think this works really well for Kumamon. And then of course it just seems to be the recurring theme for Digimon who are the main fire partner. Agunimon becomes Flamedramon with the Digi-Egg of Courage. I would have liked to have seen something a little bit more exciting here. I don't really know what, but they could have done something a little different. And then there is Volcamon, who strangely can Armor Digivolve into Pile Volcamon? This one is odd to me. I never knew Pile Volcamon as an Armor Digivolution. But according to this Japanese card, Volcamon with the Digi-Egg of Friendship can become Pile Volcamon. Super weird. And that is some of my favourite non-02 Digimon who can Armor Digivolve. But there are tons more, guys. I could definitely make a part 2. Finding the Armor Digivolution chart that the Digimon Wiki made was an absolute mind blower to me. You've got your standard Digimon from 02, some others that we know of, and then the list just goes crazy. So go and check it out yourself, but if you would like me to make a part 2, I know for some reason some people prefer the information being delivered via video rather than scrolling through wiki pages. I'm happy to do that, but again, you can just go check out the Digimon Wiki and see for yourself. But those are just some that stood out for me, but there are some other wild outliers that I could talk about in another video. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I do want to say that now is a great time to become a channel member because I'm going to be putting out a bunch of early access content. I don't like to promo my channel memberships too much, but right now is a good time to join as I'm really ramping up, focusing on my channel members and making sure they get all their rewards. Bare minimum becoming a Karn Club member means you get every video I release as soon as it's ready. There are videos that come out the day I make them, like news videos and stuff like that, but a lot of videos are coming out days and sometimes weeks before the rest of the internet sees them. So if you want to become a channel member, it would help the channel out immensely. And let's thank some channel members. My Digi-Destined level channel members, Crimson Dragon Slayer, Anthony Bontomasi, and the newly upgraded Tippy. Welcome to the Digi-Destined Tippy. My Tamer level channel members, John Hawkins, Mike McNulty, Theo Navarro, Reese Williams, and Carlos Gonzalez, and everyone in the Karn Club. You guys are amazing. I'll see you next time when we go digital. Bye bye, guys.